Hello everyone, I am Sean Finley, Executive Chef with John Burrows High Adventure Company out of Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome to Sweden. I didn't think I'd ever say that I'd be cooking over here, but this week I'm a guest of Aimpoint Optics. We're over here to do a hunt, and they've asked me to cook some wild game for you guys to show you how easy it is and how fun it is to do at home for your family. It's kind of strange for me to be away. It's October. I am also the general manager at the Signature Lodge in Pierce, South Dakota, one of the U.S.'s leading pheasant hunting locations. And of course, we're right in the middle of our pheasant hunting season. It's packed there. But I've got a great crew taking care of things over there, so I was able to come over here and get away for a few days to do this hunt and these cooking segments for you. And then we'll be switching gears down to our Nebraska location, the North Platte Outpost, where we do our waterfowl season through January in the U.S. So busy time of year for us, but very happy to be over here with Aimpoint and very honored to be over here to cook for them as well. Today we're going to do a dish with venison. This is strip loin of red deer. It's easy to work with, just like working with beef fillet at home. We've got some beautiful Swedish wild mushrooms here. We've got the wood hedge, we've got the cauliflower, we've got the pennybrook, and we've got the yellowfoot or the chanterelle that's there as well. We're going to do those in the same pan as the venison. Going to herb-crust it with a little rosemary, thyme, and sage, and a little bit of Dijon mustard. Quick saute in one pan, show you how easy it is to do at home in just a matter of minutes. And to stick to a little bit of a traditional Swedish recipe, going to make some raggmunk pancakes with potato, of course. And then as a special treat, instead of doing it with the traditional lingonberry over the pancake, I've brought a Montana huckleberry sauce with me all the way from the U.S. That we're going to put over everything at the end. So let's get started here. I've always trimmed out the venison. The venison has a silver skin on it, very easy to take off. Just get your knife underneath and peel that back. It's going to make the meat obviously very tender when you cook it and very easy to saute. I've done a couple of medallions for you here, and I've split them so they cook very quickly. I'm going to cut up these mushrooms for you for saute. Nothing fancy. So I think they look great cut in bigger pieces when you saute them. When you plate it up, just looks fantastic. Plus mushrooms are going to shrink on you when you're sauteing them under heat anyway. Let's get those back on the plate here. We'll take them over to the stove in a minute with the venison. Wipe up the board here. I've already started the pancake batter. It's very basic. Flour, milk, egg, a little salt, and of course, a very starchy potato. I'm going to add a little bit more potato to the batter. Just going to grate that. And that's what you're looking for on a grated potato for your pancake. We take this over here to the sink and squeeze the water out of it so it doesn't make the batter for the pancake too watery. So we just come over here, just squeeze that out, come right back and put it right into your pancake batter. And now we're ready to go and season up our venison. So I'm just going to do it right on the board. Just going to put a little bit of Dijon mustard out, kind of coat the outside of the venison in that. Not too heavy. And to that, I'm going to add some of my herbs that I've chopped up along with fresh garlic and a little salt. It's rosemary, thyme, and sage. And just going to do those up just like that. Get them nice and crusted. And voila, those are ready for the skillet as well. So I'm going to walk over here to the stove, rinse up, and show you guys how easy this is to prepare in just 2 pans. All right, I've got the pancake mix here and the venison that we're going to sear off. Got our wild mushrooms, a little olive oil, and butter. in the skillet to start with. Mushrooms are like a big giant sponge. They suck up everything. Season them with a little salt, a little pepper. I'm going to take a little bit of that leftover herb mix that we had. Everything in there is good with mushrooms. All the herbs and the garlic especially. Add a little bit more olive oil to the pan because they are going to suck all that up. And we're just going to get those sauteing, starting those up. We'll turn that heat up just a tad, get that started. A little bit of extra butter in that pan for our pancake. I'll just add it, makes good things. So we're sauteing those. I'll get one of these fantastic pancakes going in this other pan. Get that frying in that butter. Set these back over here. A little counter space. I'm going to do the venison and the mushrooms together. See that pancake starting to set up around its edges really nice. You want a nice brown golden to it on both sides. Mushrooms are starting to render really nice. Try to check that for doneness. Yeah, that's just about perfect. If you ever feel like you got too much butter, just add it back to your mushrooms. They suck it all up. I'll flip this over. That's what you want on that. Beautiful golden brown pancake. Turn the heat down on that. Let it finish. Absolutely. Okay, take our venison fillets here, lay them in. Just going to sear these to a pretty medium rare. You don't want to overcook your venison. I'm going to turn that pancake out onto a plate to rest it, so we don't burn it. Perfect. That's done. Turn our heat off there. Our pan to rinse. Set our potato plate over here. Put the plate up. Tell you what, I don't know about you guys, but that burner seems to get a lot hotter than this one down here. So we're just going to transition. Mushrooms are just getting perfect. Big hearty mushrooms, they take a little while in the skillet. I'm soft to the mouth, but not overly soft. Let's see if I can get a sear on these that I like a little better. Mushrooms and butter sauce look really good. I'll take the heat down here. They're ready to plate. I just like to finish up the venison here. Okay, so we're ready to plate up. We're going to take our venison strip loin back over to our cutting board area where our potato pancakes is finished. Plate this beautiful dish up for you with these wonderful wild mushrooms. All right, so we've got our ragmuck pancake already finished here on the plate. This is our strip loin of venison. Finishing up these two. I'll be right back with the wild mushroom saute. Assorted wild mushrooms here. Just let them fall around the plate. So beautiful. Finally come back and finish it with this Montana huckleberry fire sauce that make it the signature lodge. Goes perfect with venison. Pairs perfectly with the mushrooms and, of course, the pancake. A little sweet, a little heat. And we're finished. It's a perfect fall dish. Venison strip loin, ragmuck pancake, assorted wild mushroom saute, a little huckleberry fire sauce. All the way from the Signature Lodge in South Dakota here to beautiful Sweden in October. Enjoy.